When I moved to Spain in 2006, the property market was all about resales. However, times have changed and they're changing again. So which is the most popular? Is it resales? Is it off-plan? Or is it new builds? Now, before you have to make the decision, you have to look at the history of the recent property market here in Spain to see if you can spot a trend. Now, all this and some more in this week's episode number 84 of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondon Valley Homes. So, as I just mentioned, when I first started selling properties back in 2006 in Spain, the property market was absolutely dominated by new build properties. Everywhere you looked, there were blocks of apartments springing up on the coast. There were small coastal villas being built around a communal pool just a couple of minutes from the coast, and big country villas on enormous 10,000 square metre plots out in the countryside. New build and off-plan was king, and the market was absolutely booming. In fact, it was so popular that the traditional resale market realistically took a backseat during this boom years. Everybody chased the dream of the new build or the off-plan properties. And this new build boom continued throughout 2006 and almost to the end of 2007, when the first inklings of the financial crisis became evident. And then in 2008, everything changed. With the financial crisis, the property market changed very, very quickly. Firstly, the clients dried up, quickly followed by what were the big estate agents, followed then by the smaller and independent agents, and finally many of the builders and constructors just completely disappeared. As with any business, cash flow is king, and when the money dried up and the buyers disappeared, so did the property boom. In the Hondon Valley, at the time of the crash in 2007-2008, there were just two active agents who were actively marketing properties on behalf of clients. That's, of course, Francisco at Maravillas and myself here at Hondon Valley Homes. And we're still here today. So what happened next? Well, quite simply, the property market over the next couple of years reverted to a traditional resale property market. Resales became the core of any agent's website. Now, there would be the odd few new builds or key-ready properties here and there, and perhaps even the odd off-plan villa available. However, agents' websites were stocked with resale properties. So from late sort of 2008, and for a period of about 10 years, the property market reverted to what really is a traditional market, with at least 90-95% of sales being resales. However, things started to change from sort of late 2016-2017 onwards. Very slowly, and you did at first need to look, but the odd new builds started popping up here and there, initially led by coastal developers who had more confidence to build again. Now, there was still the traditional European and British buyers, but there was also a new type of buyer. There were rich Russians that appeared on the market, and design-conscious Scandinavians. Now, slowly but surely, and the inevitable rise of the cranes along the coast, it signified the rise of the new build and off-plan property again. Of course, there have been a few hiccups along the way, with Brexit causing, let's be polite and call it, confusion, and of course there's the ongoing COVID-19 situation. The difference now is that there isn't the rampant development that there was back in the early 2000s, and there's more fiscal responsibility on behalf of not only the banks but the builders this time round, which isn't a bad thing. Here inland we don't have the big urban developments that you find on the coast, and the builders here tend to build smaller bespoke properties rather than big developments. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's quick history lesson, and you'll have time to view our episode number 85 shortly, where we're going to look at some of the choices and the costs of new build, off-plan, in comparison to the resales available in the area. Until then, please feel free to drop me a line. My details should be below on the screen at the moment if you've got any questions about this video, the area, the properties that we have listed for sale. So for now, once again, thank you for your time watching. Hasta luego, and we'll see you for the next episode of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondon Valley Homes. Adios.